3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Hello, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Sports Shift with me, Ian Marquez. Today we're going to be reviewing last week's matches. Let's get started. So recapping this weekend's matches. Well, as usual, the Saturday game started off with a surprise. Arsenal and Liverpool both being held to draws by Everton and Fulham. More impressively, Everton holding on to a clean sheet. Arsenal have been struggling to score from open play, but a 0-0 is a very good result for Everton. Meanwhile, Fulham letting their lead slip late in the game. Diego Jota, what a baller he is, coming on and rescuing a point for Liverpool. However, later on in the day, Newcastle didn't take any prisoners. A 4-0 win over Leicester at home. Alexander Isak commanding the show. Now going on to a big relegation game, Wolves hosting Ipswich. Ipswich pulling out the late 2-1 win. Every Ipswich game should just start from the 85th minute and it would be whoever scores wins, because there's always a late goal. Most of the games this season have been Ipswich conceding them. However, the tables turned where Ipswich were able to pull out the 95th minute winner against Wolves and a much needed 3 points. I know that when they got promoted, that's what Ipswich were doing all season, so I guess they're back at it. Meanwhile, European clash, we have Nottingham Forest hosting Aston Villa, and as is the theme in the Premier League, Nottingham Forest with a late winner against Aston Villa to maintain their 4th position. They are just flying so high right now, tough to beat and scoring goals when needed. Now, what is one of the bigger upsets of the weekend? Brighton hosting Crystal Palace, and this revamped Crystal Palace are in flying form right now. Danny Munoz at the wing back creating Ismaila Sarr on the counter attack, and they can't seem to be stopped. Brighton, what we're supposed to have a nice run of fixtures, start gaining some ground, gaining some points. They have the attacking threat, but their defense has just been so weak. Verbruggen he's been struggling. He's not that great, not that confident in goal, and when they're playing with the ball at his feet, he never looks too assured. And what is usually a very creative offense was lackluster against Crystal Palace. They were solid defensively, very rigid, and on the counter attack they were ruthless. Ismaila Sarr has been great, and once more he's with 2 goals, should have had a hat trick. But we move on to the Manchester derby. Manchester City hosting Manchester United. Man City took an early lead, guess how, a corner. Manchester United's kryptonite, Josko Vardiol. However, a late blunder by Matheus Nunes. Not sure how that one happened, but a sloppy back pass giving away the ball, allowing Ahmad to run onto the loose ball, and then running back to recover his mistake. Nunes ran into the back of Ahmad, although Ahmad was going nowhere, and gave it a penalty. That made it 1-1. A long ball from Martinez, Ahmad with a ninja kick to take down the ball over the keeper, and then at the most acute angle to slot it home. Vardiol unable to clear the ball, and United come out victorious 2-1. Amad Diallo is right now the heart of Manchester United under Amorim. He's been amazing, whether it's wing back, wing forward, it doesn't matter. He will press the ball like crazy, he will put you under pressure, and he's ruthless going forward. So, as predicted, Manchester United come out victorious. It was a tough, hard-fought win, but it was much needed 3 points after losing the 2 games previously. And let's see how they do this weekend. Chelsea at home to Brentford, what we thought would have been a more commanding victory. Chelsea came out victorious 2-1. It was a very quiet, subdued game. Brentford scoring really late, so it was pretty meaningless. Chelsea seemed to be in control most of the game. Jackson missed a few chances, although he did score, he could have definitely scored more. But Chelsea put in the pressure on Liverpool, and it continues to be a 2-horse race at the top. Southampton hosting Spurs. The game that preceded the firing of Southampton's manager. Spurs with a very commanding and unusual 5-0 win for them. Not used to having such resolute wins without any chance of a scare. But all the main players getting the goals: Maddison, Kulusevski, Son, and this is how Spurs should be playing, demolishing smaller teams and not playing with their food. Meanwhile, the Monday football team, aka West Ham, who plays every Monday, traveled to the South Coast to play Bournemouth, and it was a hard fought 1-1. I think the points were deservedly. I think the points were deservedly shared. Bournemouth, they create, but they're not very clinical, so they tend to need to create a lot of chances before they score. And West Ham have looked a lot better in recent weeks under Lopetegui. I know that he was on the hot seat against Wolves, but they came out victorious, and now seems to be getting a second chance, and it looked a lot better. So playing better. Can't tell you the last time they lost the game. They looked a lot better and not as difficult as they once were. Maybe they're playing for Antonio. Who knows? But no longer an easy game. So the upset of the week, well, we talked about it. It has got to be Man United versus Manchester City. Although Man City have been struggling, everyone expects them to beat also struggling Man United. And as usual, Ahmad turns up over the 85th minute, winning the penalty and then scoring the winner and driving the dagger into Manchester City. Goal of the week. This may be a little bit biased, but if you saw the way that he jumps to collect that ball and take it over Edison and then start it home from that angle. I know there were some good goals scored this weekend, but for me, that's the best goal. The athleticism to be able to do that. And while he was running, he wasn't looking at the ball. He was looking at where the ball was going to land. Like, the coordination that takes was insane. So for me, that's the goal of the week. Let me know what you think. No player of the week. Well, Ahmad was instrumental in this huge victory in the Manchester Derby. So due to the significance of the game, I put him in here. But also we have Isaac with a goal and assist. Ismaila Sarr with 2 goals, should have been a hat-trick. All valid contenders in creating victories for their team. So let me know what you guys think. For me personally, I would go with Ahmad, but I'm pretty biased. It was mainly due to the significance of the game and how late that he rescued the victory, so let me know. So that's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for the preview of this weekend's matchups. See you guys later.